Oh, come on, Lonk. Even the kid next to you knows what a book is. Don't you know how to read? Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, the Oracle of Ages. In the last episode, we got the 7th essence from Lord Jabu Jabu, meaning we're kind of awesome. And when we saved Lord Jabu Jabu from all those, bad things that were inside of him, I mean, having a whole fucking dungeon in use kind of bad, we were given the Zora scale, meaning we are now hero of the Zoras. And what that means is we can enter the Sea of Storms, which is this little area right here that's surrounded by all the whirlpools. I guess, whirlpools count as storms, I guess. I mean, I'm not a nautical man, so I can't say or whether or not that's true. But all you need to do is come talk to the Zora, and he'll let you into this little area. You can't get into here without the Zora scale, so, don't even worry about it if you haven't beaten Lord Jabu Jabu, because there's not much back here. I think there might be a gaseous seed thingy, but that you don't need to really worry about that if you've already gotten the heart piece like me, which I'm so happy we have. If you remember, earlier in the game, we saw that a pirate ship was, floating around in this area that was blocked off to us. So if you swim around, you'll eventually come across a, that pirate ship. But there's also some stuff down here, if I remember right. Well, it's just a ring. Oh, a ring's always good, so it's not that bad. Oh, look, there's that pirate ship. Let's go after it. All you have to do is, bump into the sprite and it lets you on, and the pirates inside are our good friends, the skeleton pirates. So let's go talk to Cap'n and see what's lacking with them. Ahoy! It's been a long time. I didn't expect to meet you here. We've come all the way back from Holodrum, but we got stuck in the Sea of Storms and can't get out. Arr! You've got the Zora Sea Charm. Zora Scale Sea Charm. I could calm the Sea of Storms. How about you give me that Zora Scale? Okay. Thank ye. You're a good man. Ahoy, mateys. See the spirit of seafaring man. Blah, 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 blah. Pirate speak. Well, that's probably really annoying, so I apologize. For giving him the Zora Scale, which will allow him to leave, he's going to give you the Tokay eyeball. If you remember, the Tokays are those dinosaurs from Crescent Island, so we should probably go check out that area. Now that we have this, valuable treasure. The Tokay's eyeball, which, like that could... No way. No way in hell. Never, ever, ever tie into what we have to do to get to the next level. Because that would just be silly. I mean, you get shit for doing stuff, and then they're like, hey, this is what you needed to go to the next level. That's just redonkulous. There are a few side things that we can do involving Crescent Island while we're here. So before we go ahead and just, storm off to go see what the point of this Tokay's eyeball is, we're gonna kind of just jerk around a little bit and, oh darn. Oh good, I was really worried for a second that it was gonna put us on top of that reef, and then it would force us to warp back, and then we'd have to go back and forth, and that'd be annoying, because, it's just kind of a little bit of a waste of time whenever it just sends you back. What you want to do, though, is you can come back here, and you can go inside that cave if you swim over here. Now, you're able to do this as soon as you have the mermaid suit, so you could have done this before Lord Jabu Jabu, but I just didn't bother because, like I had said, the shield isn't that important to me, but you can come in here and get the level 2 shield. I found this scrapwood by the sea. It's weird. I've been waiting here a long time, but the owner hasn't come to claim it, because you're in a fucking cave behind your island that only people with mermaid suits can get to. Now, I've always liked to think that this was, your shield from the beginning of the game, but he claims that he's been polishing it for years, so unless, a few years have progressed during the course of this game, which I hope haven't, because a lot of bad things have been going on. I mean, I guess it would, kind of balance out how many bad things have been happening, seeing as they've happened over the course of a few years, but still, I really hope the game hasn't taken over the place over a few years. But I guess it's not your shield, because if you go to the Tokay merchant place, you can actually buy a shield after you've gotten all of your other items back, which is kind of neat. So that ruins that headcanon of mine. So, I guess somebody just left a shield here and was just like, whatever, it's not important. It's just I can go buy a new one for 10 rubies, so why should I even bother? For some reason the game didn't want to, scroll over. There's a second thing you can actually do with Crescent Island, and you can only do this once you have the mermaid suit, so you can, do it before Lord Jabu Jabu. But there's actually a maze underneath the island, and it's totally worth your time to come here because there's a fantastic prize that we've kind of had our eye on it for a long time. The cave, there's no, like, punishment for going the wrong way in the maze other than wasting your time. So you can get through here without too many problems. Just follow your instincts of where mazes go, and we got to the end without, you know, running into too many dead ends. The whirlpools can kind of be a bit annoying because they suck you in if you get just too close, which is kind of annoying with how the controls work for Zora Link, or Mermaid Link, not Zora Link. Zora Link's a different game. And here it is. Our treasure for going through that simple maze is the final heart piece in the game. So we now have a full row of heart containers. That doesn't mean we're done, because there's actually an extra row that you can unlock. Because, I mean, it'd be kind of weird, because we haven't even gotten to the final dungeon, and every dungeon has to give you... They have to give you a heart container. That's just how it works. It'd be ridiculous not to, and I should probably stop flailing my arms around. So I was trying to emphasize a point, but I can't emphasize a point with my arms, because you guys can't see my arms, and that's not the way we came in. And flailing my arms almost resulted in me dropping my controller. Well, less of dropping and more of flinging it straight into my my computer screen, which would have been very, very bad, because if a Wiimote can do damage to a TV, I do not feel comfortable what an Xbox controller can do to a flimsy, well, I guess my computer screen's not that flimsy. But, you know, that's not the point. We're not worried about my computer screen. If it gets destroyed in the process of the Let's Play, it was worth it, because this is, you know, life right here, you know, playing video games. Yeah, video games are very important. But, getting back to the Tokay eyeball, if you remember, the Moonlit Grotto, here in the past, we wouldn't have been able to get here, if we came here before, because it was closed. And once you put the Tokay eyeball in, you're allowed in. Show your courage, wisdom, and power. The road to the past shall open. So, this used to, or well, no, it's going to become the Moonlit Grotto, but, so this is the Moonlit Grotto in the past. And I don't know what the name of this cave is, but something tells me it's the Cave of Trials, and there's, of course, you know, the Trial of Courage, Power, and Wisdom, which, you know, somehow relate to the Zelda series. No fucking clue how that works. The power one, of course, just kill a bunch of Gabito. That's not that hard, and I'm guessing that this is the wisdom one, because it looks like a puzzle, and I'm hoping I didn't fuck over the puzzle by, you know, breaking the pot. No, it just looks like we have to get to the end. This is a puzzle of wisdom. This is like, just like the most, just like, well, they might be a little wise, I guess. Like, that's just like, you don't have to be all that wise to get through there. I mean, those hard hat beetles are like the hardest part of that. Oh, I remember this. The Trial of Courage, on the other hand, is a bit annoying because it's just one of those invisible floor puzzles. Well, puzzles. It's not so much a puzzle as a, hey, can you go the right way enough times? Although, if I remember correctly, you can kind of cheese this if you throw down a Pegasus Seed, because there's this position where you can kind of land that's close enough to the staircase. I was gonna say the staircase, but I'm like, wait a second, that's not a staircase. Yeah, close enough to the stairs that you can just, you know, just hop over there like I did, so you don't have to go through all that bullshit. So, you know, show your courage by just fucking up the puzzle. Just do it the man's way. Just hop across the entire room. And here we go. We're done with all those trials, and we've come to an island with Armos. But if you push the Armos, it unlocks the way further. So this area is actually called the Sea of No Return, despite not having a sea, and this is actually a really neat song. I'm sure it's referring to the sea around it, though. But in the future, or well, the present, this area is actually the old graveyard. But in the past, it's this locked-off secret area, which I'm guessing is like, you know, the tomb of the royal family, I'm guessing? Because there's a bunch of those casket thingies littered about, those things that I'd say look like Queen Ambi. Like, I'm not sure if that's, you know, just if that's coincidence or if that's purposely designed that way, but I've always thought they looked like Queen Ambi. So I kind of always like to think of this as like kind of the royal tomb, which I guess makes sense that it wouldn't be in the future, seeing as they tore down Ambi's castle. So now that I think about it, what the fuck happened? Ambi must have like really pissed them off. Like, I guess this whole affair with, you know, kidnapping the Oracle of Ages, I mean, it was Baron's fault, not hers, but still, I guess, you know, all of this led to the demise of her kingdom. I mean, that's headcanon talking, by the way, but, you know, headcanon can go a long way. But, you know, let's not worry about headcanon, because here we have the final level, and here we are, level 8, the Ancient Tomb. Now, oh god, this music's very ominous. I was not expecting that. And we're already starting off with a bunch of guineas. These aren't Poes, by the way. They're guineas. Despite Oracle of Seasons having the Poe sisters using the guineas for base of the sprite, there are actually supposed to be guineas. This is the room I think it is. This room is a major douche in that it has a puzzle. Okay, that might have sounded dumb. Now the puzzle is one of the parts of the walls is breakable. And now what that owl's probably going to say is, hey, if you hit your sword against the wall, you'll eventually hear that one of the walls can break. Well, the breakable wall is behind a fucking thing that you have to push. Like, I just ingrained that in my mind as a child, because that just pissed me off to no end. I spent hours looking for that. I'm like, maybe I'm doing it wrong. So I went and checked the other room, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on, game. You've stumped me. But, you know, as a child, a lot of things are just more confusing. But that's just one of those things that's just gotten stuck in my head. One of those puzzles that, you know, is just the thing that'll be in my head just because it gave me so much grief. You know, long ago. But, you know, I guess it's okay to have some grief in this last level. And I kind of like how the blocks are blue. I don't know if that's because we're in the past, but I'm totally digging those blue blocks. This is kind of an ongoing theme you're going to see in this dungeon, where there are 4 switches around this kind of upraised pillar with a kind of, you know, slab of ancient texty stuff up there. Now, what you want to do is, of course, do whatever puzzles you're going to need to do to hold down these 4 buttons. This first one's really simple. The next one we're going to be saying won't be so simple. Or I'm not sure if it's the next one or the one after that. I don't remember how many of these are in this dungeon. But there's one of those that ends up compromising, like, the base, like, puzzle of this dungeon. This dungeon also has a lot of these spinner things that I totally dig. But they make it a bit easier to get around, so they're less of... Well, not so much easier to get around, but they're more of, like, you know, they kind of streamline you to go a certain way as opposed to, you know, just making it inconvenient to get anywhere. And what is that? Oh, I guess I was gonna try to push that block, or else we would have been fucked out of, just a treasure chest. But it's a dungeon map, and dungeon maps are always appreciable, whatever. That's a word now, hopefully. I really hope it is. And look, we got a small key, so, you know, things are moving along well. We already got the dungeon map. I think this is our second key, because we had to use up 1 key in that first thing. But we can already open up that locked puzzle block. Puzzle block? I think puzzle blocks are lock... I guess lock block is more of a name, or I always called them key blocks as a kid, but I think lock block sounds better. Not only for rhyming, but, you know, it just flows off... Well, I guess it flows off the tongue better because of rhyming. And there are a lot of guineas in this level. I mean, I guess we're taking the tomb thing to the extreme with having dead guys, and, actually, if I remember right, there's a path up here that should lead us to a key, I think? Oh, no, that's not a key, that's a switch. So now we know how to, we have a place we can come back to change the red, blue, blocky thingies of this level. So, you know, we can get around a lot easier, and it's a compass, so, you know, it wasn't required, but, you know, it's always nice to have the compass, especially now that you guys, well, I mean, you guys knew what was on the map before, because I was a dumb guy when I designed it and didn't think to separate the map and the compass appearing on the thing. But, you know, it's always good if I have to check the map. Now I'll know. And plus, you know, it wouldn't be a complete run if we just left a silly compass behind. And oh look, there's another one of those stupid casket-looking things that we can't pick up. I mean, they're just like, you know, in our way. What are we gonna do with them? They're just big old dumb guys that are in our way. So we'll have to worry about them later. And oh my god, that's a lot of blade traps. And I'm guessing they give you all those pots to the side just in case you just run through it and get hurt like I did. So we'll probably go, you know, check them out. Hopefully there'll be like a fairy or something so we can go ahead and heal. You can probably get through here without hurting yourself if you throw down a Pegasus seed, or if you try to jump over it would probably be in your best bet. Oh, 3 fairies in 1 room. Wow, you are a very nice room despite being filled with blade traps. And let's see if we can get those fairies that, nope, they're not going to come over here, are they? Well, that's a shame. So let's just grab another fairy. Ancient tomb, more like fairy everywhere. Yeah. So let's just continue on. I think there was a diamond thing just barely off the screen. That's the thing that's gonna happen. Is this level's gonna kind of undermine your long shot, or well, the long switch. Excuse me. It's gonna kind of undermine it, in that I guess if you shoot it whenever you think there'll be something ahead, it will be useful. But most of the time, the thing will just be barely off screen. But not that it's like far away off screen, but that it's... How am I wordsing right now? Oh, we needed to hit the switch, didn't we? It looks like we should go back and hit the switch. I should have thought about that ahead of time. That would have been very good of me to do. Or, no, we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere, and we're going there fast, and that's all that matters. Oh, look, it's a Stealthos. I guess we didn't need to worry about the, that thingamajig that I was just thinking about a second ago anyways. I don't even know. Oh, the blocky button thing. We should probably go hit that anyways. It'll probably lead us somewhere neat. And, you know, we have a key now, so that's good. Actually, I think we'll go ahead and flip this thing around now that we have a kind of convenient way to screw with this. And just go check out what's off to the right. Because that's the kind of thing about this dungeon, is since there's all those spinners, you can kind of take it as you please. So you'll sometimes, you know, miss out stuff in this kind of the first part of the dungeon. Just because, you know, you're going around having a good time, just checking out what's in the dungeon, just, you know, see what's happening. And actually, we can't do anything up here, can we? No, there's stuff in our way. We'll have to come back once we hit the block. Which seems like it's going to be a thing for this dungeon, that, you know, everything's on the wrong blocky side. There should probably be a better name for that thing other than blocky thing. But alas, I can't think of one. That BMOS kind of scared me, and at least the ropes gave us a heart back for, you know, those injuries he caused. Oh god, no. One of these puzzles. As I said earlier, I think it was in the Skull Dungeon. These puzzles are kind of like my bane, and I think other people will agree that this is kind of like the jerkiest puzzle like ever invented. And damn it, I fucked up. This is one of those puzzles that it's not so much like, I guess if you're like really good at like brain usage, you might be able to get through this without a problem. But these puzzles have just always been like ass for me. I'm just so suck at them, and yeah, I fucked that up. Like, if you think about it, you can probably get it. But for me, I actually messed that up already. The strategy I employ is not so much a strategy as more of just keep trying till you get it right, and then eventually you'll get it right. And this didn't work out for me last time, so why is it going to work out this time? If I remember, though, the secret to doing this is coming to the right first, because I vaguely remember this one, because I remember spending a lot of time here as a misinformed youth. About this game, and we're doing pretty good, but that's probably the wrong thing to say, because now the dungeon's like, oh, you think you're doing well? Oh, no, I can see the light. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We might be able to do this without having to cut it too much, and yeah, we were able to do it. Hooray, that wasn't as hard as the one in the Skull Dungeon, I don't think. And here's our prize for doing it, the Power Glove, which is basically the level 2 brace, so now we can pick up those casket things that look like Ambi. And there's actually two more ropes in here, so we'll kill them. That should open the door. The puzzle has been solved. But now we can lift up those big old casket things, which will, you know, definitely come in handy. Not to kind of spoil our newly gained item, but I always thought that was just kind of like a cheap item. Like how I kind of complained about it when we got the, what was the last one? We got the long shot. Like, it just seems like kind of a cop-out of an item, just to, you know, kind of upgrade it. Because some upgrades are, like, really cool, and it's like, oh, hell yeah, now that I have this is kind of awesome. But then some are just like, no, now you have this, and you can kind of just do stuff, whatever. So now we can pick up those caskets, and that's basically the only thing that has changed. Like, there's probably some other just random heavy thing that you could pick up in the game that Nintendo added, because, you know, Nintendo are cool, and they always add just nice little touches into their games. But for the most part, it seems like kind of just a wasted, like, opportunity of an item. Like the rocks cave, that's a good one. Like I pointed out last time, like, you know, at least it looked different. But it also had different functionality. Like, you could jump farther, so it was kind of like, you know, kind of a cool thing. Like, just like, hell yeah, I can jump farther, this is sweet. And we missed an item, but actually I don't think we can get that. Actually, we probably can get that item. If I remember, there's something that loops around that lets us go grab that item later. Actually, I even remember where the item was. It was by that room with the bajillion, like, spike traps. But you know, we'll get it whenever we're later in this, whenever we're a bit farther in this dungeon. Because right now we have to fight the Grim fucking Reaper. Now this Grim Reaper is very interesting. He basically plays a game of Deathman's Volley with you, which is the standard boss fight that you know, Link to the Past coin. With you just hit the item back, but if you let this ball hit you, you turn into a baby. I always just thought that was so cool. I mean, the Grim Reaper comes around and tries to kick your ass then now that you're a baby. But this is the only time the sprite's used, is Baby Link, or Baby Lonk in our case. He's not a hard boss though, because all you need to do is hit the ball back. He has that ball and then the spread ball, so you just jump when the spread ball comes, or just get the fuck out of the way, and then just hit the other one. I thought he would shoot the other ball. He's not a hard boss at all, but I always just thought he was a neat boss, and that, you know, he turns you into a baby. That's just such a weird thing to do. Because, I mean, it's just not something that hurts you. No, he turns you into the baby, and then into the baby, not just a baby. And then, you know, then he comes over and kicks your ass with his I was gonna say his sprite, but no, his scythe. I mean, he could kick your ass with his sprite, and I guess he is, because he is a sprite. Either that or he's just pouring the soda on you and going, I hope this works! But no, you hit him with it, and instead of turning you into a baby, it turns him into a bat, because I guess he was just a bat when he was a child. Like, that's kind of a weird thing, but, you know, whatever. Now that I think about it, rather than the Grim Reaper, he may be more based off of Gomez from, Majora's Mask, but I guess that's one of those things that you'll only know if you read, like, the Zelda Wiki or something. Because, you know, we kicked his ass, he's not a problem, he's dead, we've killed the Grim Reaper, and, you know, everything is good. So, I think we'll call it here, and the next episode we'll explore more of the Ancient Tomb, and, we'll probably finish it as well, so see you guys then. Thank you for playing my game.